You've probably heard the whispers, the World Bank might secretly be testing crypto. Most people think if that were true, it would be Bitcoin or maybe Ethereum. But the real story points in a very different direction. The World Bank has already issued a blockchain bond worth millions, published papers on digital assets, and tied everything to their global development goals. And when you connect the dots, three names keep showing up: HBAR, Stellar, and XRP. The question is, why these three? Back in 2018, the World Bank issued the bond I, the first bond created and managed entirely on a blockchain. They didn't use Bitcoin. They didn't use Ethereum's public chain. Instead, they worked with a private Ethereum system built with the Commonwealth Bank of Australia. But that moment was a signal. If the World Bank was willing to experiment once, why not more? This isn't retail speculation. The World Bank doesn't care about meme coins. Their mission is systemic, stabilizing economies, funding infrastructure, reducing poverty. And if their systems are slow, opaque, or inefficient, it's not a small problem. It's a global bottleneck. So which networks can actually solve those problems? Let's dig into the triple stack theory. Quick note before we continue, this video is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. The rumor comes from three separate stories converging. Hedera HBAR, enterprise governance with giants like Google and IBM, plus high-speed consensus for thousands of transactions per second. Perfect for transparent logs and conditional financing. Stellar XLM, direct aid distribution, microtransactions, and remittances. They've already partnered with the UN and even governments for real-world pilots. XRP, designed from day one as a bridge for global liquidity. Ripple built it to collapse the outdated SWIFT system and unlock capital stuck in Nostro accounts. Alone, each network solves one pain point. Together, they look like pieces of a hidden framework. But why would the World Bank even need all three at once? Here's the bigger picture: the UN and World Bank's 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. Trillions of dollars are needed every year. These funds must be tracked, distributed, and verified with precision. Imagine Hedera logging every transaction immutably. Stellar sending aid directly into mobile wallets, bypassing corruption. XRP bridging the currencies across borders instantly. Suddenly, the pieces fit. This isn't about speculation, it's about building a financial system that can actually handle development at scale. And here's where the rumor stops sounding like theory and starts feeling inevitable. For 5 years, the World Bank has been publishing papers on blockchain. Not hype, but technical notes, and the problems they list sound almost identical to what HBAR, Stellar, and XRP were built to solve. Add in pilots with the UN, Ripple's global bank partnerships, Hedera's council members, and Stellar's aid programs, and the picture gets hard to ignore. They'll never publish a press release saying, "We're using HBAR, XLM, and XRP." That's not how institutions move. They test quietly. They scale slowly. But when you line up the puzzle pieces, the theory of a World Bank triple stack becomes almost too compelling to dismiss. So what does this mean for investors? If even a fraction of this alignment is true, you're not looking at three speculative tokens. You're looking at the possible backbone of a global financial system. And that could mean valuations far beyond today's levels. If HBAR, XLM, and XRP really end up playing roles in World Bank scale finance, we're not talking about a small pump. We're talking about moves that could take years but multiply value in ways retail investors rarely see. So I want to hear from you. Do you believe the World Bank is really testing this hidden triple stack, or is it still just crypto conspiracy? Drop your thoughts below. I'll be reading every comment. And if you want more deep dives where speculation meets hard evidence, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because this story is just getting started.